There's a reason that golfers over the last 25 plus years have trusted SeeMore Putter Company, and that reason is this little red dot on the heel of every single one of our putters. So how can something as simple as a little red dot really improve your putting? Well, let me introduce you to the best kept secret in golf called RifleScope technology, also known as RST for short. This little red dot and the two white lines on the heel of every single SeeMore. It's like having a built-in coach to tell you exactly what you're doing right or you're doing wrong. The goal with RifleScope technology is to hide the red dot. When the red dot is hidden and the two white lines are framing each side of the shaft, that means that your putter face is perfectly square to where you're aiming at each and every time. Other than ensuring that you have a perfectly square putter face at address, RifleScope technology helps you with countless other things in your putting setup. If you're setting up differently to the ball each and every time you go to hit a putt, do you really think that you're gonna make more putts? I'm gonna say probably not. So most golfers are poor putters because their system is completely broken before they even go to put a stroke on the ball. Most of the time that system is broken because their setup is very inconsistent. And the one thing about SeeMore is that we are obsessed with consistency. By hiding the red dot, you are going to ensure that you are consistently setting up the exact same way every single time. But that's why the RST is so great. Hiding the red dot is going to ensure that not only your putter face is perfectly square every time, but your hands are going to be in the same position every time, your eyes are going to be in the same position every time, your ball position will be the same every time, which is going to lead to more consistent stroke and more consistent roll on your putts. So another great thing that the RifleScope does is it helps get your aim a little bit more dialed. Obviously, hiding the red dot is going to ensure that your putter face is square to where you're aiming at, but if you're not good at aiming, then it's going to do you no good. You know, you might think that you aim your putter well, you might be missing left, let's say. Well, you might think that you have a stroke problem and you aim well. Well, it might be the opposite. You have a wonderful stroke, but you're just aiming a little too far left and you don't realize it. So there's a great way that we can help you figure out exactly where you're aimed with this next drill I'm about to show you. All right, so this is a great training aid we have called the SeeMore Triangulator. This can really help dial in your aim. It's kind of like taking your eyes to the gym. So let me show you how it works. I'm just gonna, try and aim as middle of this pin as I possibly can. I think that I'm aimed right at the middle of the pin. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna move our ball and we're gonna put our triangulator down right up against the face of my putter, just like that. And you're gonna want a couple tees for this to lock it down into place. And then what we do from here is we're just going to pull this string. And as you can see, this is showing me that I was aimed way too far left. So now we're gonna dial this in, and how we're gonna do that is we're going to adjust the triangulator here a little bit. And obviously right here, we've got one of these flags, but if you've got a hole that you're putting to, you can put a T behind the flag. You're just gonna wrap it around a couple times, nice and tight. And we're just gonna pull on this, make sure that everything is nice and square. All right, so that right there is a perfectly dead straight line to where I'm aimed at. So now what you're gonna do is just take a Sharpie, some kind of permanent marker, and you're just gonna draw a line on the back of the triangulator, nice dark line. And then once we've done that, we can take all this up and we're left with a line to put our putter face up against. So that way, when we step up to the putt, we know our putter face is perfectly square to the hole that's a dead straight putt. All right, so now that we've removed everything, all we have is just this line here on the green. So what we can do is just put our ball right in front of that, set our putter face up against the line that we just drew, and now we know that our putter face is perfectly square to where we're aimed. Bang. Another great thing that the RifleScope technology does is that when you hide the red dot, you're locking in the loft of your putter the same way every single time. So why is this important? So let's just say if you have a forward press, right? If you do press your hands forward, you're gonna see the red dot, which is obviously a big no-no. The other thing it's gonna do is it's going to change your loft. So when you push your hands forward, you're changing the putter loft. And the one thing about forward press is that it's very inconsistent. There's no way you can push your hands forward the exact same way every single time. And so if you're not doing it the same way every time, sometimes your loft will be 2 degrees, sometimes it's gonna be 3, sometimes it'll be ½ a degree. So if you're changing the loft constantly like that, you're gonna get a different roll on the ball. So by hiding the red dot, your hands are going to be in a nice neutral position. That loft will be locked in so that when you go to make a stroke, the loft will be perfect every single time. Your speed's going to be consistent, and it's going to help you a ton. So there you have it. That's why RifleScope technology is the best kept secret in golf. No other putter on the market out there has anything like this to really help ensure that your face angle is perfectly square to where you're aimed at, but also going to help you dial in your aim and your loft to make sure that your speed's great. There's nothing else out there like it. And like I said earlier, this thing is like having a built-in coach telling you exactly what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. And I know what you're going to ask me. Is this thing even legal? And the answer is yes. Yes, it is, because we've won 3 major championships consisting of a Masters, a British Open at St. Andrews, and a US Open at Pinehurst No. 2 on arguably some of the toughest greens in the world. RifleScope technology takes all the guesswork out of putting and is going to give you the confidence that you deserve on the greens. So try it out and thank us later.